students may actually have a chance at one time till everybody starts giving them an opinion.
Exactly.
Till everybody starts telling them something.
When they got Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick, that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah, you don't go to CFL and listen to somebody. What the heck?
You're playing in New York with the Giants, going to beat the Buffalo Bills when they're red hot, like the best shot that they had to win a Super Bowl that year.
Well, listen to. Let me see. But hey, look, my Black Bartish, kind of Barry Windhamish.
I still say Mr. Roper. So.
Well, listen, but I'll say that. But
maybe you're Charles.
I'm holding something more.
No, you got everything.
No, this is early. Well, I was going to say Steven Seagal since he gained all that weight, but he wears that big, in his movies.
It's very Quigley Down Under-ish, too.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Well, actually, it's because I got, I think, a shaving zit right here, but I covered it up.
Yeah. I may have one of those.
I hate shaving. Okay,
give me both.
We get both.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shit Guy Network. You wrestle. To the claps. You know what time it is, George. How's your weekend?
Bullet, let me get started by saying welcome, and thank you for being here with me on our top-rated TV show. So much going on, Bullet, in professional wrestling. So much. We don't want to start off here.
So many wonderful and great things for everybody else. You and me,
I know,
still here.
Remember, Bullet, the two most important things in wrestling are the money and the miles. Bull doo-doo.
Two things that I hate the most. And I said the money, everyone else's money, because mine
exactly right.
is me just breaking even.
Yeah,
I'm just breaking even.
Between us both, we got 100 years in the business, and I ain't seen the money thing yet. So anyway, boy, so much going on in the world. We do want to give just a quick our regards to, of course, Jim Neihart. This past week, Bullet, and I just, believe it or not, got to see him just a few months ago at a show and. Talked to him just for a little bit. But anyway, just want to give, not to start off on a sad note, but just to...
well, we can start off on a sad note. Seems like every week now.
Man,
we lost Brickhouse Brown.
Well, I'm telling you.
Nikolai Volkov. And Tracy Goodell.
No, and but listen to me.
Vader not too long ago.
And
I'm missing Brian Christopher.
No, and listen, Bullet, I can say it because I am one of us, it don't make sense. I mean, I know... If you compare it to any other form of not just sports entertainment, but Hollywood or it's just there's a lot of deaths. I know I don't want to fall over into your one of your mini podcasts about discussing the death part, because I'm hoping to be a guest on one of them once I get a little more credibility. Bullet, okay. Anyway, so. On the flip side of that, I got to ask your opinion real quick, because nothing matters, let's ask your opinion. I don't like it personally. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I think it's kind of like gothic. Have you seen that one picture that everybody's posting on Facebook of all of the WWF guys? The
Heart Foundation. And all the guys that have passed away are black and white, and yet Bret Hart's the only one in color.
But hold on a minute, I need to run behind that screen, and I'm gonna make sure we're both in color.
Yeah.
Okay. If one of us is in black and white, we got something's going on. Okay. I don't like that. I mean, poor Bret Hart. Can you imagine getting up and having your coffee and your Bret Hart cereal from like 1980 WCW they tried to sell it, and then you just happen to check your emails and you get on Facebook and then
you see the stuff we were tagged in. You're like, well, there's a picture of all the people who I love dearly are dead or put into black and white, and I'm in color because that makes me feel fantastic.
No,
thank you.
I mean, and I didn't scroll down because I was afraid that there would be like a betting pool of you could take bets on when it's all going to go black. I just didn't like that personally, and it's
well. If you scroll down, you're probably going to see Deadpool, but it's me in the Deadpool outfit. So,
but and I said all that to say because the one I saw, of course, had even Brian Pillman in it, but I did. But I got to meet. I'd actually met, just throw their hands up one time before, and I've got a chance to talk to him. But Brian Pillman Jr., who I had got to see this past weekend, and we got to talk for a little bit, and. Even told him, my story that I've told you and told 400 million people, and you can tell it better than me, is, of course, Brian Pillman always, him clotheslining me as the Cruel Connection, and him always waiting for Jim Hurd or Bill Watts or somebody to be standing around, and then he'd say, "Hey, when you gonna pay me and George the royalties?" And I ain't said nothing. I'm just shutting up. Then they said, wait a minute. Well, me and George, it'd always be me and George wanting our royalty money for that big poster y'all were selling at the show. So, anyway, but it is spooky, and I know he's a junior, but he looks, his similarities and stuff in the ring, the only thing that bothers me early on, and it's just because I'm an old fart and I'm an old school fart, is he's already, I didn't go into details, I didn't ask him, but boy, he's already, now bless his heart, he still went out there and worked, but he's got a knee brace on his knee that, I know he may have hurt it in the ring, he may not have hurt it in the ring, but I just hate to see that early on into somebody's career, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
you better see these kids out there with no knee pads on,
no,
just bumping around like crazy. It's when you get in.
I know.
With big old knee braces and stuff like that.
That's scary to me. I mean, I know something happened. I know he's wearing it for a reason.
Me, I got into wrestling with already nerve and spinal damage, so Lord knows what I'm going to be in 5
I'm
years.
thinking, buddy, I don't know if that's good. I mean, it was one of them stone cold things. But anyway, great kid, and we had a great time, and I got to spend some time with him. Of course, for Gary Dameron this past weekend, boy, had a great crowd, and I plugged it. I don't normally do this, but I wanted. He had not heard of our show, if you can believe this. But the young kid that I worked that night, Blazing Eagle was his name, Bullet, and just a great. I don't say this much unless it's one of my own grandbabies, but just a good kid, Bullet. He was a nervous wreck. Which I can understand. I'm nervous about getting in the ring with me. But he listened so good. And we had, I felt like, one of the best matches. And it just went 20 minutes, Bullet, and he won. Believe it or not. Ain't it funny how that works?
Funny how that works.
He came up. Now, boy, I had nothing wrong with, you got to probably change your reputation when the promoter comes up and says, George, ain't none of my guys come over here and bothered you, are they? Because I know you hate that. And I don't know if that's the way to start off a relationship, but real respectful. He came up, he introduced himself, and said it would be an honor to work with you. And then, boy, he left me alone, is what I'm saying. He didn't keep coming back. Nothing. So 2 minutes before we went to the ring, I went in the back, and he's a nurse wreck. I just asked him to please trust me and just listen. And, boy, believe it or not, I know, folks, you're going to be shocked. He did it. He did it. So we went out there, he listened, Bullet, and it was fun. I mean, I hate to say that, after driving 5.5 hours one way, fighting those tunnels, but anyway, I just want to give a quick plug to Blazing Eagle, Bullet, because he did very well. I just hope the wrestling community don't get to him before I get to see him again, because it could change all that, okay? So, anyway, so much going on, Bullet. I know I got a good, quick story. Bullet, listen to me, and I wished he was here. You know that TV show, Montel Wins, whatever, where he checked the DNA and found out that you was the dad, okay?
Maury Povich.
Oh, Maury Povich. Okay, well, and he always has one of these, okay? He always has one of these envelopes. Maybe not as big, but he always has one.
Yeah.
And they get ready to go to a commercial before he reveals if it's my child. But I got to tell you this real quick. I know we're in a hurry, but listen to me.
Are we going to unveil that you can have another grandbaby?
Oh,
or
listen to me.
Another child?
Well, listen, and I don't even know if you've heard this.
Or are we going to find out that I'm actually your son? That would make a lot more sense. That would make a lot more sense.
But do you know, every day I pray for that to happen. No, I do. But no, that somewhere along the line, we're connected. That's
somewhere
my
along the
bucket
line,
list.
there was some infidelity between Tom and Susie Feuerbach, the most wonderful couple in the world, and probably the only reason why I think
Mom
the
and
love
Dad
actually still exists.
Oh, no.
There was some infidelity there.
Mom and just one time. That's all. Yeah, anyway, Bullet, listen to this quick story. Bullet, listen. There's things that maybe we have done in our past, and I know where people think this is headed, but Bullet, believe it or not, I used to be a jerk. Believe it or not. I'm not now.
Shocked.
But listen, and I can't believe this even happened, okay? But I'm talking probably 12, 14 years ago, if you could even believe this. But anyway, I did a bunch of ring rentals. I had one show left before I could go home, and that was a small town in North Carolina called Kaiser, North Carolina. I have never been back. I don't even know if it exists now, okay? I think, North Carolina widened and blocked it off. But anyway.
Definitely doesn't sound like it's incorporated
anymore.
Bullet.
No, listen. So I get to the show. I get there early. The show is actually at an auction barn. An old-fashioned, wooden benches, auction barn, an old wooden stove to heat the place. Anyway, but a ring's in the middle of it. I'm
Kind of
working.
sounds like that show we did with Double Trouble at the fair, where the lady around the ice cream stand passed out because it was too hot. She's working the ice cream stand.
Listen,
but it's
that's
too hot.
hard. Well, that's hardcore when you're in the ice cream trailer with air conditioning and you pass out.
Yeah, and they put us in a barn where they had bleachers
Oh.
straight up in the air.
But
And
remember,
looking all the way down.
remember somebody called a paramedic, and the one guy said, "I ain't going. I'm off the clock."
Yeah.
So the paramedic got off the clock and left her there. Oh, boy, your story's even better than mine. Oh, remember this? Wasn't that the day it was like the Indian celebration, and they had the voodoo guy? Remember the witch doctor got in the ring and spread the powder.
Yeah,
remember? And so
bad spirits
yes.
in that ring. To which I replied, "Don't do that. You just ran off the ghost of Road Warrior Hawk."
I know. Folks, this is true. Remember this? I'll never forget this as long as I live. When the lady passed out in the ice cream trailer, everybody was freaking out, and I yelled, no, I don't remember what, I yelled, go get the witch doctor.
Yeah.
Well, and remember, the witch doctor was one, it's not the paramedic, but the witch doctor.
This was after we found out the paramedic wasn't going to help.
Yes.
So it was like, well, let's go get a witch doctor.
Remember, the witch doctor said, I'm off the clock. He said, I'm leaving. That's the truth, folks. That is a true story. Well, the witch doctor, I said, go get the witch doctor. The witch doctor said, no, I'm off the clock. The witch doctor left. So anyway.
Well, it might be more a medicine man. I think pygmies are.
Yes. Yeah.
Pygmies are witch doctors. Native
Well,
American healers are medicine.
Remember, they got.
I don't know. I don't know if we cross over some lines right
Yeah.
there. The medicine
oh
man.
God, we're gonna
I think it's medicine.
We're gonna get. Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But
I don't know if that's.
I know. Boy, if somebody got in that ring and started throwing white flour, I thought it was getting ready to make biscuits.
Or maybe it's a shaman. I don't know. I'm trying to be politically correct
I know.
on
You
something
don't
I
know
know
what to call
nothing
them.
about.
What, folks? You think you got trouble? What do you call a witch doctor nowadays? But anyway,
Medicine man, shaman.
Well, he did throw. Remember, he threw white powder
Yeah.
all over my canvas, and he said that he was getting rid of the evil spirits. And I figured, no, we ain't in the ring yet.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The
that's
spirit of Eddie Gilbert's gone. Thanks. He was hanging around that ring.
Well, that's even better than my story. But listen,
Because
real
I
quick.
just remember that because they had the wood benches in that room.
Yes,
it was just
straight
weird.
up one side.
Straight up one side. It was like the weirdest building I've ever seen before in my life.
So this afternoon, of course, I worked Ricky Morton. Everything I just described, me and Ricky Morton was in the main event, believe it or not. We were the only two in the building. Two young, very young wrestlers, maybe 13, 14 years old, showed up, okay, wanting to be wrestlers. I never met them before in my life. They asked the promoter, we want to be wrestlers. So why the promoter came in the back, it was just me and Ricky Morton there. And he asked me, he said, George, would you go out and talk to these two guys? Nobody offered me money or anything. I was so mad that particular day, Bullet. I said, I got so much, yeah, I'll do more than talk. And Bullet, really, I don't think I can get in trouble now. But I went and got in a ring with those two young boys, and I literally, Bullet, every move that I've seen done right side or wrong side, I did on these poor guys. Bullet, I mean, I was inventing moves as I went, okay? It was Dr. Death Steve Williams meets Road Warrior Hawk meets Great Muda meets Typhoon.
It's like Dory Funk Sr. Pulled you and Dory aside.
Yes.
And was like, hey, go beat the crap out of these boys.
That's exactly right.
Because they want to get in the business. And then Terry in tears like, Dad, why'd you make me beat up these guys? And Dory Funk Sr. said, son, those men thought it was easy to get in the professional wrestling business and thought it'd be easy to take money out of your pocket and food out of your mouth.
That's very true.
You had to do that.
Bullet, that's exactly what happened. So I went out there and Bullet for over literally an hour and a half in this hot, muggy, stinky, 50-50 ticket smell building, and just
Years ago,
okay, and it got so bad in that ring that Ricky Morton actually pulled up a chair and was enjoying it. And the guy over the building's wife, she came out of the kitchen area and was yelling at me to stop. And she even said, I'm getting ready to call the law. She had the phone. She said, I'm getting ready to call the law. I'm getting ready to call the law. And I remember yelling at her saying, so what? I'll just tell them we're wrestling. So, Bullet, that ended, okay? I left them, clothes, blood, guts, hair, sacrificed a chicken, everything right in that ring, okay? It was so bad, even the witch doctor left. The witch doctor, it was so bad.
Witch doctor, shaman, medicine man, whatever you call it.
It was so bad the medicine man wouldn't even come and get rid of the evil spirits.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, I'm the one that booked the evil spirits. But anyway, that had ended. Talking about guilt, that had ended. I've never thought twice about it. 14, 15 years has went by.
Turns out it's Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
No, listen. Listen. Close. Bullet, close. Listen to me. Okay. So, 2 days ago, I get a text from our own butt of every joke, right here, highspots.com, James Drake texts me. He's not here. I'm always looking at him. He's not even here. Yeah. And he texts me, says, right, he didn't even know nothing. He didn't know, well, we hadn't done this program yet, so he wouldn't know nothing about it.
Nothing.
Okay, so he texted me and says, do you remember a auction barn in Kaiser, North Carolina? And it took me a minute, and I says, well, yeah, why? He said, do you really remember it? And I says, well, I try not to. He says, well, he said, I don't think you remember. He said, but this is kind of what happened. And he relives, move for move, what happened that day. And there's only 3 people, 4, counting Ricky Morton, that knows about that day. Because, because I've tried to keep it, even TMZ hadn't stopped me coming out of a Bojangles and says, what about Kaiser, North Carolina?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
this
listen,
is a moment.
John Stossel don't even know about this. You understand? John Stossel,
I'm dying to know who these people are.
Well, listen to me. John Stossel went and opened a safe in a mafia's house, and there was nothing in it, and he don't even know about what happened up here. So James, I said, yeah, James, I do. But listen to me. Right here in all of honesty, folks, listen to me. Look me straight in the eye. And just as long as he's the black and white guy and I'm the colored guy. Okay? Anyway, but listen, I scared me to death.
Once again, I don't know if that was racially insensitive or not.
I'm scared to death, okay, of just that shot.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway, Bullet, one of them guys was our own James Drake. One of those kids that I beat the crap out of was James Drake. A much slimmer James Drake. Bullet.
How does he not connect the two of the guy that beat the crap out of him?
How have we been here?
You've seen him every day.
Yes.
You have commented on him every single day. How do you not?
He's the butt of like 42 episodes.
I remember a guy who flipped me off in traffic 4 years ago. I would remember the guy that gave me a butt whooping in the ring. I still remember Chandler McClure stomping my head in because I missed one call in a match. Okay? I know how to spell Chandler McClure because he kicked me right in the head because I made one error on one spot. Okay? Like, how do you not say any...
I mean, nothing has ever been said. And I'm telling you, there's no way, people, that this is a coincidence. He knew move for move what happened. And I even, on the phone, I had to call him. I mean, sent text. I said, James, I guess I'm sorry. I mean, in my old age, and I even said, I think I like you now, which before I didn't. So honestly, I'm going to end it with this. I was going to walk right in here and just hug his neck. I won't ever do it again because I had to enter.
Well, here's a better question. What happened to the other guy?
Well, now listen, I even asked him that. I couldn't believe it. That guy actually, it shows you that I didn't beat nobody up too bad because they both continued in the business. But now his friend is no longer in the business, but not because of the beating I gave him, but because other personal things and stuff like that. He's not no longer in the business.
He obviously wasn't mentally tough.
No,
enough.
Hey,
you prepared him.
Listen, at
to
least
go as far as he could.
Hey, at least I got rid of one of them. Okay, but Bullet, I got to up my game. That's the moral of this whole story. If your intentions is like to deprive somebody from coming into the wrestling business, you probably need to finish it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. James Drake just got done wrestling Walter this past weekend. I imagine whatever Walter did to him wasn't half as bad as what you did to him. So he's probably in the middle of the match getting beat up by Walter, being chopped by this massive 300-pound man, and he's like, well, this isn't as bad as what George did to me. Back in North Carolina.
Is that all you got?
That's all you got?
Bullet,
it's like when he used to yell at Cedric. And then when Cedric went to Ring of Honor and Jim Cornette yelled at him, he goes, well, that's not as bad as when Jake would yell at me.
Well, boy, James Drake did say, I just want to, the reason I even brought it up is I just want to say thank you. Now, he did. He was very sweet about it. And he said, I just want to thank you. He said, I know that I was a know-it-all punk kid. I said, yeah, what's the difference of now? But anyway, but he was getting a little sentimental, and I had to throw my good punch. I had to make a joke out of it. But
get a sucker punch.
Oh, yes. I kicked him. I kicked him. I did that in his Gulu's, Bullet, okay? With the ref looking, okay? But anyway, I was going to, I never ever do it again. He missed. The hug of the century. I was even going to get it on camera when I hugged him. Buddy's not here, so. But anyway, Bullet, what an amazing circle of life. When Kimba, the big line. Simba. Yeah, Simba. Just, you know, the music started and the wind's blowing through the mane. What a moment. So James Drake was his best friend. He said that kid is still his best friend to this day, believe it or not. But
well, after they went through that together, I hope they're still together. You broke them up.
Boy, listen to me. There's nothing so listen to me. Promoters, I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't probably nothing you can do to discourage James Drake. Is what I'm saying. But what an amazing thing, that I've been coming in here every day. You see what I'm saying? And find out I've got a son. Okay, I've got a son that I gave away. That I got a son that was developed in Kaiser, North Carolina. Okay, on one hot summer night, and he was created. He was
forged.
He was forged
under fire.
He was under fire in Kaiser, North Carolina, on a hot summer night many years ago, and that's where James Drake has come from. What an amazing story. I just have to be more careful, Bullet. I'm glad he's such a good guy. I mean, you know, it's like Harley Race told Vader a time Vader broke that guy's back. Vader says, you know, I know it's a sad moment right now, but if you ever done that to me, it may take me 6 years, it may take me 16 years, but I'm going to be waiting for you. That's what he said. It may take me a gun, a brick, or 2x4, but I'm going to be waiting. But anyway, I'm just excited. I shared it with our great viewers that I now claim James Drake. Before, no. Now I love him. Okay?
No,
I didn't even. Yeah, he's just an old outlaw before that moment. So I do take responsibility, Bullet, for my kids. I know I was wild, Stan Lane-ish, Caleb Conley-ish in my younger days.
Yeah, now you got kids in
kids
Impact Wrestling, you got kids in Evolve, you got kids in WWE, you got kids that are wrestling as Deadpool because he can't get over by himself. You got kids everywhere. You got kids everywhere.
All I know is my grandbaby Dallas cannot wait to meet you.
Okay.
And I'm trying to explain to him before he goes out on the football field that he's already met you, but he doesn't believe me. Okay? Because he's meeting Deadpool now. So if nothing else you've ever accomplished in your life, you got a little 10th grader that's very excited. So anyway, idiot of the week, Bullet. I did not mean to go so long in that story.
Quite okay.
Bullet, listen to me. Listen to this. Two of them, real quick, and I know we got to go, Bullet. Two idiots of the week. The first one, Bullet. Everyone knows my little grandbaby Dallas is playing his first year of football, but he's playing for the Harrisburg Cowboys, which is a very B team-ish from the Dallas Cowboys. In other words, they're paying Dallas Cowboys for the star, for the jersey. I mean, this is
Jerry Jones is getting money.
Jerry Jones is getting it. I'm telling you right now.
Money.
So listen to this, Bullet. Now, how stupid. I know this is the wrestler in me, so I take him out for his first practice. Bullet, it cost us parents and grandparents. It cost a kid $300. You dang right. Jerry Jones better be at that last game this year. So anyway, Bullet. The star, I about started crying when they gave Dallas the star. I mean, the helmet. Bullet, it is, I think they got it from like Roger Staubach. I mean, it's got the star. But listen to this, Bullet. So.
You're hoping you're going to have yourself a nice little Jay Novacek.
Oh, boy,
maybe
let's
a
do
little
it.
Sean Lee. Daryl Johnson.
All I know is I got him in $400 Armor All cleats. I got him in the sweatbands. I mean, he's holding very Golden Richardsons. He's got the big white headband. He wants to write on it with a Sharpie like McMahon, but I ain't going to let him, okay? No. He wants to write Roselle.
He's like a combination of Deion Sanders and Hollywood Henderson.
Well, listen to me. And he may not be able to play a lick, but all the kid wants to do is find a water bottle. I don't know where he gets that from. That's the wrestler in him, I think. But listen to this, Bullet. So, they hadn't even started practicing yet, and I noticed there's this mom. You can tell she's the football mom. I think her kid plays. She's got a big old notebook, and she's walking around to all the parents like she's getting ready to try to sell us something. So I asked little George real quick. I said, "What? Is she coming over here?" He said, "Oh no, she's done been over here." I said, "Well, who is he?" He said, "Well, she is the football mom who's in charge of trying to raise some extra funds, even though they done took $300 from us." But listen to this. So she's trying to get the parents to buy team memorabilia. Very gimmick table-ish, you know, a T-shirt or whatever. But listen to this, boy, how stupid is this? I'm going to throw the mom in there in a minute because I don't have nobody else to blame yet. None of the stuff they're selling has Cowboys on it. Bullet, none of the stuff. They want to sell me a $20 T-shirt that says Harrisburg. There's not even a freaking star. Bullet, do it black market if you have to. But little George, I said, but nobody's buying nothing. He said, Dad, that's exactly right. Nobody wants. She's trying to sell pencils, like a 10-pack of pencils for like $10 to support the Harrisburg Cowboys, but it just says Harrisburg. There's not a freaking star on. Just put a star on it, whether you can or not. But anyway, so I'm throwing. That is the dumbest money-raising fundraiser thing that ever since GoFundMe. To get me a car to go to NXT. I'm still waiting on y'all to donate to that. Bullet, okay? I'm just posting pictures of, Arabia-looking sexy women and telling them it's me just so you will donate money, Bullet, so I can get a car to go to NXT.
That description got oddly personal real fast.
Anyway, so, Bullet, listen to me. So, how stupid is that is what I'm saying. Can you believe that? Who wants a freaking T-shirt? And her line to the parent was, this will be a T-shirt that you can hang on to for years. Who wants a flipping T-shirt that just says Harrisburg on it? I mean, even if it was the star.
Not even the Chamber of Commerce would sell that.
Listen, my great friend and son, James Drake, even had a T-shirt one time he sold that said Drake and had a star on it. I mean, come on. So, I'm going to throw the mom in.
Okay.
Because she didn't raise a dime. She has not raised a dime for these kids. Because nobody wants... You got to... I think you got a right to use it because you're already paying the fee, okay?
Yeah.
So, Mom goes in there. Mom, hold on. There's another one coming. Bullet, this morning, message to my wrestling school. Believe it or not. Young man wrote me, Bullet. He said, I am a great amateur. He said, I have just finished training at another wrestling school.
Okay.
And he said, and I'm doing a amateur gimmick in pro wrestling.
Okay.
Can I send you a video of my matches and have you watch it and you give me your feedback?
Nope.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, I don't even do that for students who pay the fee of their school. Like, there are students that beg me, like, hey, can you watch this? I'm like, sure, and I never do. I'm the worst at it. If it's, consider I've been editing wrestling videos every single day of my entire life for the last 15 years, kind of don't want to sit down and watch any more wrestling when I get home.
That's exactly right.
Or when I'm off the clock.
So I will throw, don't be an idiot. I mean, mentioning, like, bad enough, I ain't going to do it, but mentioning that you've already trained at somebody else's school basically.
I don't even do it for people I'm supposed to do it for.
So, I will throw him in the idiot bag. Also, right on top of Mom, Bullet, because...
Maybe he can amateur wrestle her.
Yeah, let her.
Or maybe he can critique her on how she can sell Harrisburg T-shirts.
Yeah, Bullet.
Maybe she can just put a T-shirt that says amateur wrestler and not even his name on it.
Oh, Bullet.
And sell that T-shirt. How about we do that?
I love that, Bullet. So,
a marketing genius and an amateur wrestler.
Real quick before we go, I know you got a couple things right this week, or no?
Yes, I do. I got my Cabarrus Brewing Show in Concord, North Carolina this Thursday, and then I have a show at Visual Art Video Store. I'm doing comedy at a video store. We'll see how that goes. That's this Friday.
Blockbuster's next, Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
Bullet.
So, and then I got PWX this Sunday. I'm in a ladder match. I'm not happy about that. We'll see what happens. I might fall backwards off a ladder. Not intentionally. Not intentionally at all. I'll read that book and just kind of fall backwards.
But let me ask you real quick. The episode with Big Boss Man on your new podcast
already came out, and actually gotten a lot of positive reviews on that one. And the next one, not to spoil anything, the next episode is on Chris Candido.
Oh, very good.
So that's gonna. I think that one's probably our best one yet. It gets very emotional for me at certain points in time, so make sure you check that out. But also have How Did This Get Booked coming out this Thursday, and we do Backlash 2018, which is a newer show. So me and Zane Riley just dump on everybody.
Oh, I love that.
It's a good episode. It's 2 hours long. And then the Chris Candido episode is 2 hours long. So if you want to listen to me podcast for 4 hours, the next 2 weeks are what you're looking for. So,
and Bullet, not to affect my opportunities to get invited to come and sit in with you. But my favorite, I told you, Candido story was when I was working for Smoky Mountain, and I just finished a week of cage matches with Stallion and dried blood all over my boots. And I'll never forget, first time I went to the dressing room, Tammy Fitch asked me, she walked right up to me and says, what the H is at all over your boots. And I'm thinking, okay, I just got here, okay? And I'll never forget, Chris Candido came right, they were very together then, but he came right up and told her to shut up, said that's called working. And I always love that, you know, because she shut up, and then, of course, we shook hands. And
we should have put that on the podcast. You know, it was already 2 hours long.
I know.
But gosh,
we'll save that for when when I do the tour. We ain't doing it till I get ready to quit. And then I'm going to do all your podcasts, you know, like I'm going around to all the cities. I'm going to go around to all the podcasts.
I'll dump that story into somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, and see, I kind of love that because, you know, he knew what it was about. He knew what this business was about, and he was very much in love with her at that time. But he shut her up real quick. So anyway, I just kind of always like that. So much going on, folks. Let's do. What was I going to say? Boy, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, listen, we don't have James Drake in it yet, but I will put him in it. We don't, but we do have, believe it or not, in this book is the story of the witch doctor,
medicine
shaman. So if you want to read about all 4 of them, please just
purchase the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspots.com. If you want to know more about what I'm doing this weekend, especially all those podcasts I got coming out, make sure you follow me on Twitter at ManScoutManning or on Instagram at ManScoutManning. This has been another edition of Daddy Don't Work, You Wrestle.
Bullet. Oh my gosh. That's like 8 podcasts.
Oh,
I think.
I know. I got
Bullet.
For somebody who does very little with his life, I have so much to say.
Well, just always promise me, if in a former life, if I try to take advantage of you, in a ring, don't wait 20 years to admit it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? You see what I'm saying? We could have been doing a reunion tour or something, Bullet.